Can I make soup, salad, and breadsticks faster than Ian can go through the Olive Garden drive-thru?
Olive Garden doesn't have a drive-thru, but I'll drive there and pick it up.
I'm going to start by cooking the meat. I am using ground pork, but I'm going to add my own seasoning so it tastes like Italian sausage.
And I am off to Olive Garden to get a zuppa toscana, salad, and breadsticks.
This blend has garlic, spices, and crushed red pepper, so it's perfect to make my sausage flavors stand out in the pork. I'm going to go ahead and crumble this as it cooks, and while it's cooking, I'm going to chop some bacon. Never underestimate the importance of a good pair of kitchen scissors, especially when you're trying to move quickly and save time. I'm going to quickly chop all of this bacon and add it to the pot with the other pork.
Wow, the series has really morphed. To think it all started in a McDonald's parking lot, and now I'm going to Olive Garden? That's quite an upgrade.
I've added the bacon to the pork. I'll let this cook until the pork is cooked through and the bacon starts to crisp and brown a little. While it's cooking, I'm going to chop my onion and some garlic. I'll go ahead and chop my onion. I'm using one whole onion. This one's a little stressful. It's a lot of cooking. 1 tablespoon worth of minced garlic, or a little extra. It is Italian. And I've minced my garlic.
I'm kind of intrigued with what I'm about to do. I'm going to Olive Garden to get food, but I'm not going to sit and eat at Olive Garden. I didn't place an online order. I've never really done something like this before. I guess I'll just sit there for a while, and hopefully they don't take too long, but I honestly have no clue.
The pork is cooked through, so I'll remove it, and I'm going to add the onions and garlic to the pot. Once my onions get soft, I'll add 8 cups of chicken stock. And I'm thinly slicing some Yukon Gold potato, which will be added to the soup as well, adding that delicious potato flavor.
We're almost there. I've never been to this Olive Garden before. I think I've only ever actually been to Olive Garden maybe once or twice, but I've never been to this one, and I'm having to cut through a busy parking lot.
So the onions are translucent, and I'm adding my 8 cups of chicken stock. And then I'll go ahead and add the 2 cups of sliced Yukon Gold potatoes. And I'm gonna let this cook until the potatoes are tender.
Parked and heading inside.
There is so much to do and so little time with this challenge. There is no way I'm going to make bread from scratch. But I would if I had more time, but let's be realistic. So I went ahead and bought these brioche hot dog buns, which look delicious. And I'm going to take them and put them on a pan.
Hit a zuppa toscana, salad, and breadsticks.
Because they're not homemade, I'm going to make up for it by filling each one with a stick of mozzarella cheese. As these bake, that mozzarella cheese is going to melt and give it all a delicious Italian flavor. And before I put them in the oven, I'll brush them with some butter and garlic salt. Oh, and Parmesan cheese.
Food has been ordered. It'll be interesting to see how long this takes.
I have generously buttered the tops of all of these cheese stuffed buns. And now I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of garlic salt on top. Yes, I'm trying to save time by using softened butter instead of melted butter. If you want to brush these with melted butter instead, go right ahead. So I'm topping all of this with a little bit of fresh grated cheese and a little bit of garlic salt. And into the oven at 350 this goes until the cheese melts and they're golden brown. Now I need to prep all of the vegetables for my salad, and now I'll put it in the bowl. I used romaine instead of iceberg lettuce because I like how crisp it is and the fact that it has a little more color. Now I'm adding the pepperoncini peppers that they put on the bowl. And of course, cheese. Don't forget, say when. You can say when now. When.
That was good for me. I sat in there not on my phone because I was a little scared my phone was going to die, but you know what? We're good. I still have power, and we have Olive Garden.
As you can see, my potatoes are very tender now, so I'll go ahead and add my remaining ingredients, being careful not to boil anything after I add the cream so it doesn't curdle. Back goes all of that pork and bacon that I cooked. 4 cups packed of kale that's been shredded. You can buy this pre-shredded at the grocery store or add your own. You could also use spinach or another green if you prefer, but I like to use kale. And finally, the last thing I need to add, other than of course extra cheese, is 1 cup of heavy cream. This is what makes the soup so creamy and delicious.
At a red light on the way back. Now, I had some self-reflection time in Olive Garden, and I realized the person I ordered from said zuppa toscana, and I've been saying zuppa toscana. Have I been saying it wrong?
So my soup's completely done, other than adding a little bit of fresh ground black pepper at the end. My salad is assembled. I still need to add the croutons, and I need to make the dressing. My breadsticks are completely cooked. I'm just leaving them in the oven with the oven off so they stay warm. So let's do the dressing. I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of sugar. I'll add 2 tablespoons of Italian herbs. These you can buy already mixed together. And 1 tablespoon of KitchenAble Seasoning, which has a little bit of everything in it. 1/4 cup of white wine vinegar, 2 tablespoons of water, 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. This helps keep everything creamy. Then I'm going to add some freshly grated cheese. Whisk constantly while adding 3/4 cup of olive oil.
Heading inside, and I think there's a fair chance I may have actually won this one. I have my Olive Garden. How's it going, Jessica?
Well, since you're here, you can help me finish everything up. I still need to dress the salad, take up the breadsticks, and add the croutons.
That looks good.
And now I'm pulling out the bread.
Whoa, those look good.
I'll pour the dressing on the salad now and add a few croutons. I'm kind of glad that I was running behind because Ian actually has to do a little work now. It's a good warm up for when we get 100,000 followers and you have to cook the meal by yourself.
I'm still scared about that one. Whoa, this is a lot of food.
Which one? That one or that one?
All of it. So from Olive Garden we have breadsticks.
This bag not for use in microwave oven.
Huh.
A slightly smaller bowl of soup
Ooh,
that
that's
is
warm.
very secured.
And a salad.
Don't forget about the croutons.
Ooh, Jessica, did you make mince too?
I just want to say that this lettuce does not look incredibly fresh, and there's a reason I like romaine better than iceberg for this salad. And I have to say, I remember when they made their dressing from scratch, as well as their breadsticks. Let's see what they look like. To me, they taste a little more like they came from a factory now.
Breadstick comparison?
My cheesy breadsticks, or they used to make them from scratch.
They're usually better than that from Olive Garden. Whoa, cheesy bread?
Salad comparison, it's clear which one Olive Garden made and which one is homemade.
Ooh, I like how much cheese you put on there.
Well, nobody said when.
Yeah, there was some lettuce in there, but that cheese. The color difference is crazy. What artificial dyes did you put in yours, Jessica?
There is no artificial dye in my soup. It just has a little bit of a golden color from all the ingredients that were caramelized. That looks watery to me. I mean, I know it's soup and all, but...
Soup is liquid, it should be watery, right? Well, considering I've never had zuppa, zuppa, Tuscana, whatever before, it's good, I think, but I don't know what it's supposed to taste like.
Okay, well, I'm glad it's kind of good. Now try the freshly made from my kitchen. How is my soup?
That's the same soup.
Uh-huh. You know, I was slower, but I think it was worth the time to have ingredients that were fresher and flavors that were truer. I know, I did take a shortcut on the cheese bread, but you know, if you want to give me an extra hour, I could probably bake the bread from scratch.
I don't know, that was all really good. I'm happy, especially with that. Good times, great salad, KitchenAble.